Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome on board your Delta flight. As you're making your way to your seat, we kindly ask that you please step into your row and out of the aisle as quickly as possible to allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under this seat in front of you, so that we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plane side to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
All right, this should be a good flight if you just want to see the Boeing Flight Factor Arrows 777-200 in operation. I will take a couple of shortcuts along the way, but it's one that I could not fly for 4 or 5 months because of, I don't know what the issue was. I never really got to the bottom of it. It kept giving me a GPU issue. Troubleshoot it. Some of the list of things that they were going to have me do required me to, I don't know, load back, go back a few driver settings, and it just got to the point where my other aircraft were flying flawlessly, so I just didn't see why it was worth it, and decided to just let it shelf it for a bit. So anyway, I'm back at it. I did finally eventually completely uninstall and remove the aircraft, re-download it, and put it back on again. And remarkably, since we're in good shape. So that's where we are. We're in a dark cockpit right now. Nothing is on, and we are going to go ahead and get battery power started. But everything looks good. You notice our throttle is in place. It is in the idle position. Brakes are on right now. So let's go ahead and I don't think the clock will matter for us, but I'm going to turn it on. Here, let's go ahead and turn it on 45 minutes. So let's just let it run. Battery power. All right, let's go ahead and turn on our external power. I'm not going to turn the APU on yet. I'm we're not going to use that power. There's no need to. And let's go line by line here. Emergency lights have been armed. Aider is on. Window heat. It's just enough to where, yeah, we'll put some window heat on the windows. And we're going to set the hydraulics to the on position, and electrical on auto. Seat belt and electronic signs on the auto setting. Co-pilot. I was messing with voice recognition. No, I'm not sure if I've got it set up right yet, so I'm not really sweating it right now for this. Right. Next row, we're not doing anything up here yet, but we're going to go ahead and put our pumps on. This is a very short flight, by the way. It's not long at all. And let's hit beacon, logo, wings on, nav lights on, and over here, recirculating fans on deck to auto, cabin temp, but right there in the middle. Packs are set to auto, trim air is on, bleed air all in the auto position, left engine on, APU's auto. Down low here, we have to make contact with our staff, both at the gate for the ground crew. So we're going to put this on cabin. Sometimes this takes it a second to come up. Just wait, it'll come up. The communications lines. They'll still be assimilating them. Tell you what, we're waiting on that. We're going to go to external services, Navigraph, and get our data from SimBrief. This is Baltimore to Quebec. There's our briefing in there. Flight plan overview. It's not a long route at all. We're good. Okay. Cabin in it here is ready for us to hit, and we're going to go call the purser.
Good day. How do you hear?
Good day.
This is the captain. How do you hear?
Hi, Captain. Hear you loud and clear.
Alright, so we've called the purser, and now we're going to go over here and hit the ground crew frequency and call the ground crew. We're making contact.
Good day. Hope you are all doing well today.
Ground here.
Okay, and there, we've made contact with both our crews, and I'm going to go over here to our flight map. Let's pop it out. Let's pop this out too. And let's go to our airplane. Our weight and balance. We're going to fill this from SimBrief. There we go. And let's look at our weight summary. And it doesn't represent fuel load because we haven't loaded yet, but we could even do the individual fuel planning. I'm going to do some things a little bit faster here, kind of rush this up. we're going to go to loading page. And you see here we're going to be loading 257 passengers. The weight, it's got the weight outlay for that. We're going to be loading 1,726 pounds of catering. Cargo is 17,421 pounds. Our fuel load will be 38,983 pounds. It's really a lighter load for fuel. And we're going to hit the simultaneous full load. It's going to take away some of the experience today, but you know, cut me some slack. We're going to make this work. It's a shorter flight, so hit that
Sir,
button.
they brought a new load sheet.
Okay, now we should have a load sheet that has everything on it. Now let's look at our, let me see here, our center of gravity summary. We want to optimize this. If you notice, things are kind of optimized out just so they're situated. So this should put us at about a 28.4 center of gravity. And then we're going to go initial reference init ref. GPS position, we're going to use we're going to use that, and I'm going to put KBWI. Okay. Right, and then for our route, we're coming out of KBWI, Baltimore. That is the airport of the month for Delta Virtual. So, and I'm going to do something also here, just I haven't done it yet. Let me do it. We're going to load Navigraph. Do it later. Okay, I've got this loaded. I want to go view sim brief. And first of all, by the way, our flight is Delta 1235. Delta 1235. Hold on, that's not right. iPad was wrong. Okay, Delta 7673. So we're gonna put DAL 7673. And then from there, where it says here our company route, we're going to put our our origination, which is KBWI. We're going to CYQB, and then we're going to put 01 on that. Okay, we're going to activate that. I'm going to go to departure, and our departure is 28 on Lens and Jera. Lens, Jera. And then for arrival, we're going to be coming in on 24. Or let's see here. Ooh. Everything's you're telling me that airport does not have a an ILS. We're coming in ILS. Forget them. ILS. I don't care what they say. I'm going to switch this to ILS. not care. So we're going to be coming in on Pushback Send. Yeah, I'm going to bring in a 777 on a RNAV runway. Okay, could I? I don't know. Maybe. But why, when you have, if you smoke them, got them. Come on, man. Okay. Look over that. Let's remove the discontinuity. Alright, we're good. Alright, so our gross, we're going to go for our weight summary. Let's go back to weight summary. Okay, zero fuel weight. Let's look at it here. Is 383.6.
Liner. We ask that you please fasten your seatbelts at this time, and secure all baggage underneath your seat, or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. Please turn off all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones. Smoking is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Flight Factor.
It already has our center of gravity loaded. I think it's off though. It says 30.30.0. Our center of gravity was 33.1. That's not right. Let me change it. Yes, it will. Okay, good. It's more accurate. Our cruise altitude is 350. Cost index is 41. I will be surprised if this flight does not lose money because of the size of the aircraft, the shortness of the distance. Well, I don't know. That's a lot of passengers. I may be wrong. Okay. I may be wrong with that. Okay. Flaps. Did y'all read all that? I hope you got every bit of it. Okay, that was good. Good job. Okay, there we go. Flaps 5. Our thrust is 5.5. Center of gravity is 33.1. Trim is 3.25. Bring up the reference speeds there. Before we do that, we need to put our winds in. We're going to go 301 at 11. We're good. We're good there. Our O there where it says here, the reference O, is actually 1.2, but I don't know if it'll take it. I think the last time it did. It did. Okay. Alright, we'll take it. Let's go back here. We're going to bring in those speeds. So 142, we're going to put 142 up here. going to put 350 here only because the plane will manage its way up via its star. So we should be okay to leave that there, and we're going to bring up the flight
Toga.
directors.
Auto throttle armed.
Co-pilot. Co-pilot, can you hear me? Right, for our TCAS on this flight, because we're not calling to get TCAS, we're going to put this on 1200 and have it loaded. Okay. Gross weight there, our total gross weight at takeoff should be, just double check it, drum roll please. We're already optimized, okay. Everything looks to be loaded correctly. Next steps. We're going to go to airplane. Our ground service people. No, we don't. No, we're not. We're good there. Not ground service. We're going to go before we do next steps. Okay. We got to start the APU. Bleed is okay on. Okay. Good. Alright, we're on APU gen now. So now we'll say to remove all ground equipment.
Go ahead and disconnect all ground equipment.
All right.
Close all hatches, we are ready to pressurize.
Of course, sir. Pressurize.
We're going to go to purser. We need doors.
Would you like something?
checked. Okay. Close all.
Close doors.
Undoubtedly.
I would like to read the briefing now. Are you ready?
Ready, sir.
Pre-flight is complete, the instruments are set and indicating correctly. The flight plan has been programmed into the FMS, and the MCP has been set.
Yes, sir. Please follow me with confirmations. Our flight is departing.
KBWI Marshal.
On the SID, we will depart with flaps 5 following our standard procedure.
I do affirm, and so it is set in the FMS.
Please confirm the runway to be used.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want
28.
this thing.
What cruise altitude do we have?
Flight level 350.
Great news,
Let's
Captain. Your
confirm the
tow's
speeds,
coming.
please.
V1123. Today our VR will be 131, and V2142. The departure is set in the FMC.
Please follow the MCP with me, sir.
The MCP is set for departure. Our initial heading will be 360.
And our destination is?
Quebec Jean Lesage International.
Do you feel we have any special risks today?
No additional points to make.
Thank you. Continue, please.
In case of any emergency before 80 knots we will abort the takeoff. Above 80 knots we will only abort for a serious issue, engine fire or loss of directional control. In case of such issue below V1, we will abort the takeoff, apply maximum braking and stay on the runway. In case of an issue above V1 we will continue with single engine departure procedure.
All right.
I will
Looks like the
handle the
doors and
controls
hatches are
and you will
closed.
help
We're
me
ready
with
to
the
connect.
procedures. Any questions?
No questions. LNAV armed. VNAV speed armed.
Co-pilot, you there? Probably spooked me if he answered.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go. Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
All right, we're gonna start with engine 2. The right engine.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure,
Thank
please.
you very
Cross-check
much.
and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta Airlines. The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs.
Just about done
throughout
here.
the
Go ahead and set
cabin.
your parking brake.
Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including
And we're
chewing
disconnecting the
tobacco,
tow. Give me just
is
a
not
moment.
allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-on baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exit and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories.
I think we've got a
Reach
little
up
bit
and
of
pull a mask or streamer
junk.
down to
And
stifle
we're
flow of
disconnected.
oxygen.
Stick one pin on the right,
Remove
take it
face
easy and have a
covering,
safe
and
flight.
place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally, and note that oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
1-5.
As we finish our
left.
safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Well, we're taxiing runway 28 for departure. Is our right turn up here?
Approaching 28.
Flaps 5. Flaps are not correct, I don't think. Check them.
Approaching 28.
Heading 280, set.
Approaching 28.
Right, flaps are set at 5. landing lights are on.
On runway 28.
I'm going to reset our chronos. Last thing we'll do is verify QNH at what will be 3009. QNH is at 3009. Weather is active. And we're ready for takeoff.
Thrust reference, VNav speed arm, LNav arm.
More pressure on yoke.
Auto throttle hold.
V1.
Rotate. Positive brake.
LNav.
You're up.
VNav speed, thrust reference, autopilot engaged.
Right flaps are retracted. Speed brake is disarmed. Raise ground spoilers. Current waypoint we're headed to is Addy. This will be our departure route. Do have a vector on there that I don't need, but it's actually after we arrive. So yeah, that's if things didn't go well. Okay, so I'm gonna put in here 06. Put a 10-mile ring. Did I do that wrong? I did. We're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb
Monitor
to our
lights.
cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air.
Landing lights are
We ask that you also
all
please
off.
remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injuries from
Indicator
articles
lights
that may have
test
shipped
switch.
during takeoff. Now reach an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh meat items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and desserts are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as our fresh meat items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases.
Co-pilot.
For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it,
Co-pilot, tell a
you
joke.
view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You'll find that this screen
Set up right.
will work best with
Okay,
just a
it's
light
got
tap
voice
of your
recognition,
fingertip.
but I don't have it set up right.
Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Heading to course. Heading to course. Heading to course. $1,000 to go. Auto throttle in speed mode. VNAV path. Heading to course. 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 Flight level 050 selected. Flight level change. auto throttle in thrust mode. VNAV speed, auto throttle in speed mode. VNAV path. VNAV speed, auto throttle idle, auto throttle hold. Heading to course. Flight level 030 selected.
Alright, we're set for 030, 3,000 feet. And let's descend our way there.
Attendants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly
Auto
begin to
throttle
recheck
on.
the security of
VNAV
your
path.
seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time.
Auto throttle hold.
Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. Kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
Heading to course.
It's kind of a steep descent. I don't understand why it does that.
VNAV speed. VNAV path. Heading to course.
All I can do is put enough drag on it to slow down. Pretty bad.
Auto throttle in speed mode.
QNH is 29 or 83 at arrival.
Auto throttle line. Auto throttle hold. Heading to course.
We got a straight in approach.
Heading to course. Monitor lights.
Yes?
Get ready, we landing soon.
Definitely.
Monitor lights. Heading to course. Auto throttle in speed mode. Auto throttle on. Auto throttle hold. Auto throttle in speed mode.
Flaps at 1. Flaps at 1.
Heading to course. Heading to course. Heading to course. Vertical speed engaged. Minus 1,000 feet per minute, set. 1,000 to go. Glide slope armed, localizer armed. Localizer engaged. Altitude hold engaged. Monitor gear. Glide slope capture. 140 knots. Set. Autoland 3.
Approaching 6.
$500. $400. $300. $200.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Auto throttle line.
Approaching minimums.
Auto throttle on.
Seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injuries from articles that may have shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit Delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your SkyMiles account. If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a uniformed Delta agent meeting this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of Delta Sky Team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We've enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-checking all calls.
Not a great flight, not a great landing, but it's alright. It's good. It's a quaint Quebec airport. It's not as big as it's inside. It's an inside structure. It does. Check that out. Well done. Good job. Right. See you on the next flight. I can't do a replay. I've got issues with replays from the